Hello and welcome back to WePC. Now, if you're joining us, that obviously means you've listened to our podcast before, so welcome back. Or if you're a new person here, you probably don't know who Mitch is. Now, this is Mitch. Say hello to the world, Mitch.
Hello the world, I am Mitch.
Now, this has been a running joke for the past few weeks now that we're not going to show Mitch on camera.
Yeah. Well, it was the plan to wait till episode 73 to have the retrospective of Mitch, but we've had a few accidents.
Due to unforeseen events, we've had to use Mitch.
Yes, it's nice to know I'm a last resort completely.
Now, we're here in the community space of Use Space, and we're sat inside a greenhouse in 30-degree heat, and I'm sweating. I don't know about you.
No, I've dressed appropriately. I'm in all black, so, perfect for this weather.
Perfect. Only absorbs the heat.
Yeah, perfect.
But this week, what we're talking about is battle royales.
Oh yes, my favourite topic.
Oh, that's why we drafted you in, Mitch.
No, it's because everyone else is dead.
Everyone else is dead. It was originally going to be me. You were still going to be here because you're here every week.
Yeah, I was going to have a balaclava though, and still be a bit of a mystery, but that's kind of gone now, isn't it?
It definitely has. But it was originally going to be myself and Jay and you. But Jay, our videographer, who has been on a podcast before with us.
Two of them.
First
two.
I think so.
And he's been in the background of the most recent ones as well.
But he got very, very badly injured at the gym the other day.
Tell him why.
He, I can't do that.
You can edit it out if you want.
I can't do it to him. No,
serves him right.
It does serve him right. But, he was basically doing some stuff with weights and blew his back out. That's not a euphemism. That is in no way a euphemism at all. So anyway, battle royales.
Yes, battle royales.
So what's your favourite battle royale, Mitch? Because I know you only exclusively play battle royales.
I mean, I don't only exclusively play battle royales. Maybe for the past year, maybe more actually. So Fortnite, the apex of battle royales. Basically. Oh, there's a lot of battle royales around at the moment, but I think Fortnite's the one that's really sort of pushed the genre to a new height in sort of popularity. It's got from kids to full-grown adults and esports players to playing it, and I think that's sort of why the genre's really taken off in the past couple of years, because of the way Fortnite blew up sort of out of nowhere, and then everyone's just kind of been scrambling to copy it. Like Apex Legends, for example. Call of Duty tried Blackout, it was crap, so they came back again with Warzone, which is a lot better, but still not Fortnite, even though Fortnite's going a bit downhill at the moment. But.
See, do you think it is going downhill? Because obviously they've just done their Joyride update.
Well, the thing with the Joyride update is they're letting you drive cars. There's been vehicles in the game since like Season 3. They added a shopping trolley, which people only really use for doing like dumb trick shots and stuff like that. But then after that they added a golf buggy, so they've had vehicles in the past. There's quad crashes, they've had boats, planes, helicopters. There's been a lot of vehicles. What they've done now is just they scrapped them at the end of the chapter 1, and then chapter 2 started and just had boats essentially. But people have a problem with the mobilities as the storm's big. And people want to go around killing.
People want to go around killing.
They can't call it kills. It's elims now.
Can't they?
Yeah. They changed the symbol on the game. So this is my in-depth Fortnite knowledge. So originally, underneath the minimap where it shows your kill count, it used to be a skull to show how many people you killed. They changed that to it's like a target, a crosshair, just to make it more kid friendly.
But no, I started playing Fortnite, I think it was probably second year of uni, and I always thought it was a game for my little brother, because I used to play it with my little brother whenever I went home, because he was madly into it, and my stepdad has forked out so much on V-Bucks, but like he was madly into it, and I was like, yeah, it's all right, but I didn't really know it. And then when I got to playing with my mates who played it, who were my age, it was a lot more fun. And I really did start to get into it. Now I'm just take it or leave it, to be perfectly honest.
I think for me, it's a similar. So what second year uni for you would have been like 2018? So sort of around about when it launched.
No, I'd say
2018?
19, yeah.
Okay.
We were in the same year, mate.
Yeah, but we graduated in 2019. Or was it? Yeah.
Did we?
Mm-hmm.
We graduated in 2018.
See,
we did.
So
yeah,
So
beep. Like,
graduated
we'll
in
beep that out.
2018. So it's been around for a while now. Actually,
it'll be 2017, won't it? Because it's been around since
second year would have been 20. I'm sure it's
16, 17. It would have been those. That
Well,
sort of
for
year.
me, I used to be obsessed with Call of Duty. Used to play it all the time, and then sort of as I got to college age, like 15, 16, when like Black Ops 2 sort of finished, I was really sick of it. It was basically all I'd played, and it kind of really went downhill. I think the best sort of times on that for me were Modern Warfare 2, and then anything after that was a bit like each new Call of Duty game was just like I didn't like it more and more.
Yeah,
And I
there was
got
sort
into
of a
FIFA
rise,
after
wasn't
that.
there, with COD? Because it was like COD 1 was good,
Yeah.
and then they had the big red one, and then COD 3 was really good,
Yeah.
and then COD 4 just excelled.
COD 4 was where I sort of picked up the online multiplayer, watched my brother playing it, and I was like, this is sick. So I told all my friends about it. We all started playing online, and then we basically did not stop playing online together as like a clan till we were like 5 or 6 years older than like.
I thought you were going to say
teens.
5 or 6.
No,
I was
no,
like,
no, no,
Jesus, Mitch. Like,
I think
it's
Call
an
of Duty
18
4
rating.
was when I was 11, maybe 12, so
Yeah, it's about right.
I didn't stop playing it till I was about 16. Like, it was the only game I played. But then after I got sick of that, I swapped to FIFA.
Yeah.
Then when I went to uni, I didn't really game much until Fortnite came out, because I'd been seeing people playing it. My flatmates were playing it, and it looked fun, so I hopped on. Absolutely tragic at it, but it sort of had me hooked, because for me, that the third-person games never really appealed to me, but the aspect of building was something that I'd never really seen in any other game. So it was, my reflexes aren't quite what they used to be when I was playing Call of Duty. So for me, being able to build and put up a wall between me and someone shooting at me was like, this is revolutionary. I don't have to have the best internet connection to win this gunfight.
My reflexes aren't the same as when I was 11.
They're not. I'm being serious. Like,
You're 23.
23. I'm being serious. Like, I've gone blind since then. You know, my my senses have just gone downhill entirely. It's hard getting old. But yeah, so Call of Duty was like, especially the earlier ones. If I don't know if do they have designated servers now? Before,
I don't think
you
they
used
do.
to be the host. So if you were the host of a game on Call of Duty, you'd be like split seconds ahead of everyone, and that's what you could use as your advantage. Like, you turn a corner and you shoot someone first and they'd die. And that really started to annoy me, because I had bad internet, so I was never the host. So I was always like a couple milliseconds behind, and that would mean in gunfights I was at a disadvantage.
See, now that's all I used to play Call of Duty 4 religiously, and then we started playing Mike Myers on it.
Oh yeah,
And I started to go away from multiplayer. And those of you who don't know what Mike Myers are, or probably knew it by another name, it was basically a massive game.
I
of
called
hide
it
and
Mike
seek.
Myers. Yeah, it was just you go in a private match and play hide and seek, and one person would go around and they'd
They'd have
melee
a
attack.
knife. Yeah, that was it. And the rest of you would have snipers to see.
Yeah.
And then that would be it. And you'd go, and it was such. I've recently had a game of Mike Myers on the new Modern Warfare,
All right.
and we had it on Crash, because it's the only sort of level which is a good enough size to play it, so that it's not going on for years. And that was insane. Like, it took me straight back to when I was 14.
Nostalgia.
Like, absolutely amazing. But also at the same time, I don't think I don't know if kids still do that these days.
No, because I think you don't have to make your own sort of mini games, if you want to call it that. Like COD 4, Modern Warfare 2, when I was playing Mike Myers, there wasn't like a separate mode. I mean, World at War and Black Ops had zombies, but on the Infinity Ward games, it was just multiplayer player or campaign, and they had special ops, but that was a bit tragic to start with. So yeah, you sort of hop in a private match, and if it wasn't like quick scope, no scopes, or 1v1s, it was Mike Myers and stuff like that.
Oh, quickscope 1v1 me on Rust, bro. Like, that was all it ever was.
That was the ultimate test of steel for Call of Duty. But this is about Battle Royale, so we need to talk about
Well, I mean,
Warzone if we're going to talk about Call of Duty.
You did say that, and one massive gripe I have with Warzone up until this season was that they hardly changed anything. So do you think that things like Fortnite and everything are just getting a bit too stale now?
Yeah, well, I feel like Epic was sort of ahead of that with Fortnite, because they did the seasons. They've always had, it's like every 10 weeks or so, they sometimes have delays and stuff like that. There'd be a new season where they'd sort of maybe change the map, add some new points of interest, change the guns and stuff like that. So it was pretty good in terms of keeping stuff fresh. But even to a point, it starts to get stale. Like, people have been playing it a lot, like maybe 2 or 3 years. It's even with the changes, it's still at its core the same game.
Because I think that for me is a main gripe I have, and we'll apologise for any audio interruptions we have, because we are in a communal space. We've been kicked out of our office.
That's why we're whispering.
Whilst they're building tables, we've been kicked out of our office.
We kicked out podcast.
We're currently in a greenhouse. We're just botany. We kicked out.
Botany, yeah. We've got, oh my god, the fire alarm's going again.
I
think we should cut.
There's a wee fire alarm.
She's profusely apologising in the background.
It's okay. We'll keep it in. Background noise.
We firefighters. There you go.
We firefighters.
Oh, there we go. It's gone.
It's gone. See, that wasn't too long. We got a good segment out of it. Yeah. But for me, like, back to the topic of conversation. Yeah. Like, Fortnite for me, it's at its core the exact same game that it was when it came out. It's the exact same map, albeit tiny changes here and there. You know, they've added in an oil rig, a Deadpool boat. It's been a while since I've played. But
well, they completely overhauled the map. So when Chapter 1, after like Season 10 or Season 11, they said Chapter 1's over. They like completely rebooted the map, changed it all. And people wanted change, but then when the change came, they were like, actually, we kind of, you know, we want Tilted Towers, we want all these places. And it wasn't quite what everyone wanted, and I feel like a lot of people that were sort of streaming Fortnite or doing YouTube videos, they've sort of left to Warzone or other games that are big at the moment because Fortnite's stale, even though they're trying to keep it relevant for the sort of esports and stuff like that. It's not where it was, like, I'd say, even last year.
So do you think a part of that is because of some high-profile esports players no longer playing it? Because obviously people like, not necessarily Ninja, but he obviously moved away from playing it. He went over to Mixer, which has a lower sort of threshold for people watching his games than Twitch did.
I've got nothing but respect for what Ninja did. He secured the bag big style. But the thing was, like,
you're paid to go and then paid to leave. It was great.
Exactly. It's absolutely crazy. But in terms of Fortnite with Ninja, I'm going to carry on speaking about Fortnite. There was a point where everyone was like, Ninja's the best player on Fortnite. He's insane. That was when the game was like on the come up. And then, you know, if it came to like esports and stuff like that, it'd be Ninja and all the big sort of YouTubers and streamers were the ones being involved with those. And then as time progressed, a lot of people that weren't necessarily big internet personalities became insane at the game. I'd say it was like Ninja was the best, and then Tfue, and then after that it was just like a free-for-all of, there's like these 14-year-old kids no one's heard of winning £1 million at a tournament. And I think for the bigger esports players, they realised that they couldn't win money on Fortnite as easily anymore, so they wanted to step back playing it to like as much as they did to try and focus on winning at other games. Like Nick Merckx, he was one of the few controller players that would enter sort of Fortnite tournaments that had a big following, and then it sort of got to a point for him where they were changing around the auto aim assist and stuff like that, where he thought, I can't do it anymore. So he's completely just doesn't play Fortnite anymore, but he got a massive following from Fortnite, and then they started messing around too much and he's like, nah, leaving it.
Bye.
Yeah.
But like, so it is going, like, again, it got cut for time the other week, but I had a massive 20-minute rant exactly about the way in which Warzone has been so stale. Because Season 1, for me, it was refreshing to have something so, not realistic, but more realistic than normal as a battle royale, the same way that Battlefield 1 tried to do it, but failed.
I mean, Call of Duty Blackout, that was a big failure as well.
Yeah.
People really were excited for that, and then when it came out, they're like,
But I think Season 1, Season 2, both really good for Warzone. They introduced a lot of good things. End of Season 2, everyone was like, Stadium's going to open up, no drama. We're going to get a nuke. We're going to get all of this. Like, the map's going to change massively. And then it didn't. And I think that expectation of change then, because it was getting stale at Season 2, because you'd had almost a year, I'd say about 9 months of the same content, you were sat there like, okay, we're ready to move on, we're ready to progress, we're ready to see what's next. And then they started dropping hints that there was a nuke in Warzone and all this sort of stuff. And that would turn out to be down the line for Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, which is currently being revealed.
I know Doritos packet near you.
Yeah. But now it's season 5 and we've only just got Stadium opened up. We've got a train for some reason.
Yeah.
And for me, I think that almost was a little bit too little too late.
Yeah.
Like,
it's a common theme with battle royales, I think. But people need to remember when they're free to pay, the priorities of the game studio isn't going to be, we need to make this content. We need to make stuff for microtransactions because we need the money, because we have 1 million people playing, but none of them are paid for the game, so we need to get money another way.
I saw something which was basically like they made, I think it was something crazy like 1.5 billion between April and June. Like between the start of April and the end of June, Infinity Ward made 1.5 billion just off microtransactions alone.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be similar for Epic Games, definitely at the peak of Fortnite as well. I think it's good having microtransactions that are purely sort of like cosmetic and not making someone, better at a game. It's a better way of, so it's basically not pay to win. So if you don't want to pay, you don't have to, but people sort of that are really into the game will want these sort of customizable things in the season pass. So I think it's a good way of doing it. And I've definitely bought some skins on Fortnite, but I've got a job, so I'm not allowed to.
I bought the Travis Scott ones when it was Astro World because I'm a big Travis Scott fan.
Hype beast.
So I just rage.
It's that sort of thing. Like, you can buy a skin and it'll be, I don't know, it's like £5-6. It's not much, but then there's kids that are like stealing the parents' credit cards and dropping like 100.
So many stories about that, and there were people have spent like $6,000 on their parents' credit cards, and the parents just sat there with their biggest compo face, going like, "My son spent this on my card. Please give me it back." And you're just like, no, put some bloody protection in place.
Yeah.
Like every single game system has a lock on it. Like. Yeah. PC, put a password. Or just, I don't know, hide your credit card better.
Yeah, don't trust your kids with your card details, you
absolutely
numpty.
Yeah. But then, like, so microtransactions you think are good?
Yeah.
From a purely cosmetic standpoint?
So Battle Royale games that use microtransactions for, like, just cosmetic reasons or something, that doesn't make someone have a better chance of winning the game, it's fine, because at the end of the day, it's not pay to win. If you don't have to spend the money to play the game. The game's free. It's if they want to spend the money, they can. They don't have to. I know people like sort of feel like it gets forced down them a bit, but at the end of the day, if you have some willpower and you really don't want to spend money on Fortnite, you can just be a default skin and you can still win it. Like Tfue was one of the biggest players, and he spent like the first year of his career. He didn't spend a single penny on Fortnite.
That's what I mean. Like I've won a few games on Warzone, and the only thing I've bought is the Battle Pass, because I do think that is for what you get for it. And for me, once I've hit level 155, there is no point in then playing the game. So like the Battle Pass gives me an extra incentive to keep playing and lets me go through challenges and everything like that. And the amount I spent on the Battle Pass, I've then got enough coins to get the Battle Pass again for the next season, so I've never spent again on the Battle Pass.
Amount of money,
Like at most, I've spent probably 20 quid over the past year and a half, 2 years, which in the grand scheme of things is nothing. When I go to Archie's and spend £20 on burgers, and those burgers are like £2. So yes,
I mean, it's similar for me in sort of Fortnite terms. Probably been playing it for about 3 years now, and maybe I've spent about 40, maybe 50 quid over the span of that time, purely like from either battle passes. But you earn your V-Bucks back through your battle pass. It's just whether you spend them on other things. So for me, I just like buying emotes to sort of badmouth people when I kill them or stuff like that.
So are you then, because we are, this is some big news coming out of WePC. We are launching a new channel called Gaming Verdict.
Ooh. And I heard they've got good memes.
I heard they've got great memes. I don't know who makes them. Is it me and you?
No, I don't think so.
No, it can't be us.
We're not that clever. We're not that funny. We're not that talented. Or I'm not. You might be.
Speak for yourself, Mitch. But we're launching a new channel called Gaming Verdict. So does that mean you're going to be streaming Fortnite for Gaming Verdict?
If they want me to, but like Fortnite's going downhill. Like people aren't as interested in. Like honestly, if I could stream Fortnite for my job, I'd do it because I'm just playing the game and it's fun. I still enjoy it. 3 years down the line, it's just I'm playing it less now because
We'll speak
I've
to
been playing
Danielle.
it for 3 years. Yeah.
We'll speak
If
to
they want me
Danielle.
to stream Fortnite, I'll stream Fortnite. I'll whip out some 90s. I play it on console though. I feel like we'd probably need to do it on PC. Maybe it could be a series where I train myself to be a PC player instead
Well,
of console.
Gaming Verdict is going to be both PC
that's good.
and console,
Yeah.
but we are going to do a lot of PC-based stuff for noobs. So
That could be a series.
That could
Me
be a
trying
series,
to learn
yeah.
how to be a PC master.
because everyone loves a PC master race. There's nothing better.
No, I'd play Fortnite on the PC if they let me.
So Fortnite, what other battle royales then do you think are innovating in the current climate?
It's hard to say because a lot of them are sort of copying each other. Like the season passes, cosmetics, microtransactions, changing seasons, changing the map. It's all just... It's like they're all making a battle royale game and they're just changing what it looks like and how it feels. So I don't feel like there's any... I feel like Fortnite started out being the sort of innovator because it was really the biggest one. And then as more companies have started copying it, like there's Apex and there's Warzone, they're sort of the same sort of... I mean, it's a battle royale. I mean, it's just you versus everyone or your squad versus everyone.
You
So-
jump in,
Yeah,
you go
jump in.
kill people,
It's fun.
ding ding.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, like the rush you get when you're like number one out of 100 players, it's good. Like when you get a victory royale, you're like buzzing.
I sit there with Warzone, right? And me and Jay have started playing as a duo because we can't find a third person who's competent enough to play with us. And we've started playing as a duo and we got a victory last night. And honest to God, it was the most perfect play you'd ever seen. Like, one of the guys dropped a riot shield, and so I just picked it up, and for the final circle, we were in a 2v2 situation. Jay was just behind me. And I had the riot shield.
They also live together.
We also lived together, but no. And then, so I had the riot shield there, and they were just peppering me, and he just went and countered that, and then just 2 C4s straight in and done. But getting the Warzone win, anytime we get a Warzone win, Jay sounds exactly like Gingy from Shrek. And he just goes like, let's go. And it's genuinely hilarious because his favourite phrase whenever he wins is, let's go.
Let's go.
And he sounds, but he says it and laughs exactly like Gingy from Shrek. And we'll stream some stuff with him for Gaming Verdict.
Yeah.
And you will see what I mean.
I can't wait. But like my first victory royale solo, like squads and stuff like that, I didn't really get quite as excited for. But my first solo victory royale on Fortnite, I'd been playing for probably a couple of months, but I was just garbage. Like it was so bad at the game, because I started in season 3, so people had like a couple of months head start in sort of being good. So I was like loading in and getting absolutely rinsed by like a load of 12-year-old kids, and it was just like really depressing that I couldn't win a single game. So when I finally got my first victory royale, like camping in a bush, I was buzzing. I let out an audible scream, and my flatmate ran into the living room. He's like, "Mitch, you're all right?" I was like, "I got a victory royale!" And he was like,
So
"I thought you'd hurt yourself."
coming soon on WePC, Mitch versus 112-year-olds. Who will win?
God. They'd beat me. Not gonna swear. 12-year-olds, they've got better reaction times, as I said earlier.
You
I'm
do
old
have,
now.
yeah.
I'm old and blind.
You're old and blind. I'm old and deaf. So
There you go, perfect.
anyway, we'll get back to the topic at hand.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah.
battle
Royales. Yes.
So we're on the side of microtransactions as long as they're cosmetic.
Yeah, as long as they're not pay to win.
Cool.
Like pay to win,
I
garbage.
fully agree with you there, Mitch. But do you then think, because there's so much, I mean, I bash Call of Duty Warzone a lot. You bash Fortnite, and you have done for this podcast a little bit. Do you think then that battle royales are starting to be needing to be phased out, like retired, or do you think they're just going to be a staple of the industry now?
I don't think they need to be retired because there's an audience there that wants to play the game, so why wouldn't they make a game? But I think the problem with battle royales is it's been so many so fast. It's like all people have played has been battle royales, like whether it be Fortnite, Warzone, or all of them, like Apex or whatever. There's just been so many. Even like mobile games, Supercell bought one out, Brawl Stars.
Clash Royale.
Oh no, Clash Royale's not a battle royale though. I'm a bit of a
But
Clash Royale nerd.
It's got Royale in it.
It's got Royale in the name, but Clash Royale has been out since like 2015.
It's got to be earlier than that.
No, so there was Clash of Clans before that.
Yeah.
Clash of Clans still going, but like Clash Royale came in like 2015. Look, this is off topic, but Clash of Clans, I was obsessed with. And then I got like the little notification on my app saying, we have brought out a new Supercell game. It is Clash Royale. Downloaded that, and then I was like, oh my God, this is exactly what I needed. And I've still got it on my phone. I've had it on my phone for like 5 years now.
I have been looking for this all my life.
Yeah, basically. It's actually the only game I've consistently played for probably longer than 2 years. I've literally had it on my phone for 5 years. I'm like peak UK leaderboard. Maybe we can put that in gaming verdict. I'm a mobile Clash Royale expert.
I think Charlie and Sean and Will probably stab us before we allow mobile gaming.
Mobile gaming is massive. It's got a huge audience, so denying us the mobile gaming market is not good business.
Yes.
I'm also a business manager now.
We want to play Clash Royale.
I'm not just an intern. I'll tell you how to run a business.
I want to play Plague Inc. But I think the most important thing for me to keep Battle Royales going would be the free-to-play model.
Yeah.
I think once you start charging just for the pure entry of it, that's when it's going to start killing the game.
That's what's wrong with Blackout. You have to buy a game to access the Battle Royale, and the Battle Royale is a bit of garbage as well. So
the main thing for me, however, is I like seeing what they're doing with Warzone at the minute, which is they've come out and said the next game, Black Ops 2020, that's also going to have Warzone, but it's going to evolve with the games. Like it's one consistent thing, evolving over time, following a story. I like that.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Some people go on like Fortnite just to play Fortnite. I go on COD and I do like the intel missions to find out the story behind Warzone and all that sort of stuff. I love that sort of enriching experience.
That's what PUBG did recently. They did a lore dump. There is an article about it on WePC. So there you go. You can find that. We might even link it in the description. But I think they're trying to flesh out. Why not? They're trying to flesh out the backstory because of the intel stuff for Call of Duty.
If I can find it on WePC, I'll link it in the description.
Click on the news page, Command F, PUBG lore dump. There you go.
If in case you wanted to find it.
Or Control F if you're on not on Mac.
I'm not on Mac.
Well, there you go. Control F it is.
Control F. No, we have a search function. I forget this. We now have a search function on WePC.
Look at us go. We've got a search function on our website.
Bringing that 2000 tech to 2020.
Yes, perfect. But yeah, so PUBG, similar thing. They're putting lore behind it. Fortnite's always had like each season's had sort of like a little backstory that they've put in little Easter eggs and stuff for. Like there was the whole like secret agent thing before the rocket launch, and then there was a meteor strike. You know, they had all that sort of thing going on.
I love a good storytelling game.
It sort of adds a little extra aspect to the game that isn't just kill 99 people, be the last one standing. It does make it interesting.
And then finally, the final topic of discussion today, before we tangent away to another thing,
too many
like
tangents.
little oranges.
Yeah, tangerines. Do you get it? Tangerine.
Absolutely brilliant. This is the sort of comedy you'll see on Gaming Verdict Insta, at Gaming Verdict.
At Gaming Verdict. Please follow us. They're not our memes.
They're not.
But they're funny and great, and you should like them. Some of them have been getting like 60 likes, you know. Don't know who's been liking them, but yeah, that's not bad for a page with 50 followers.
No, it's not. That's 110%.
Damn right it is.
It is.
Actually, if it's 50 followers and 60 likes, it'd be 120. No, it'd be like 120. 50, 10%'s 5, 20%'s 10, 120%. I don't know. We're not WeMaths, we're WePC.
We failed my GCSE.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Bringing up old wounds.
Wow. So anyway, the final topic of discussion is what gaming franchise you think could possibly be improved with the introduction of a battle royale like Call of Duty did for Warzone, because I think that really massively improved the Modern Warfare aspect and the story and the relaunch of the entire thing.
I wouldn't have picked up Call of Duty again if they didn't bring out Warzone. I'm not a massive fan of Warzone, but I've played it a bit.
The campaign is really good.
I think Call of Duty's just been tainted for me now. I think they should start bringing out one game a year. I think they should really slow it down and focus on making them enjoyable to play again. But that's just me. Anyway, franchise that doesn't need a battle royale, but I like Red Dead Redemption, the first one. I 100% completed that, like on Xbox and on PS3. I got like all the achievements, 100%. Hated the online. Red Dead 2. I've not done 100% on that because that would be insane. The amount of time you'd have to sink in.
300 hours.
Yeah, probably more than that. 300 hours just to get past the opening mission. But I think the online stuff, I don't really enjoy it that much. I feel like it would be pretty fun to have. I know they have like games. There's more like a sort of deathmatch or something like that.
Like a Wild West Battle Royale.
A Wild West Battle Royale.
They're flying in on horses?
Yeah.
Or?
No, they come in like a chariot or something. I don't know. I don't know how they work it. Big train, yeah.
And then they just jump out of the train whenever they...
Something like that.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be fun. I don't know whether it'd be good. Because I don't think Red Dead has the sort of like gameplay for that style, but I feel like it would make me interested in playing Red Dead Online because I'm not. I've never have been. So
see, I've got one that I think would be amazing, and especially since the new game is launching soon, and I think it's Halo. I think a battle royale Halo would be insane. So you have like the Master Chief, the Federation, and then the enemy. Yeah, I forget what they're called. I haven't played Halo in years.
Never played it.
And like you can pick up like your loot boxes are full of all like the different types of guns, and then like energy swords and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I think it'd be really, really fun.
I mean, any game with guns or weapons has the potential to have some sort of battle royale, but they need to make it different or at least interesting.
If not that, Assassin's Creed. So yeah, I'd
Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed. I think
cool.
Assassin's Creed could be cool, but I think like Assassin's Creed 2, obviously, where you had like the Da Vinci flying machines, and then everyone's just flying down on the flying machine, or you just start in a random location. You literally just drop in and you're in a random location, and then you've got to like.
That's RNG though, isn't it? Like that could give someone more of an advantage over another. I feel like you need to remove the random nature to make it more level playing field when you start.
But that's a level playing field because you could start anywhere.
Yeah, but say if you start in the corner of, say if they had a storm feature like Fortnite, for example, and they didn't drop off the bus, you just spawned at a random point of interest. You could be one in the corner of the map, and then someone that could land at Tilted Towers be on their own. They'll have all the guns. You have to walk all the way from the corner of the map, avoiding the storm, and then you get to Tilted Towers, and then he's there, fully kitted out, been waiting for you. So that's one of those things.
Been waiting for you. Well, then how about like a lottery pick where you basically like you choose the location you want to spawn in?
Still it's RNG.
I don't know what RNG is, Mitch.
Randomness in games. So
RNG.
You open a chest in Fortnite. You don't know what gun's gonna pop out. It's random. So you could get a SCAR, you could get a pistol. It's random. But you need to, when you're starting out, remove the elements of randomness to, I don't know how I'm trying to explain it, to give people level playing field at least when they jump into the game.
I'd just love to see like a medieval battle royale. Just like just swords and just very, very close combat.
Well, here's another article on WePC. King of Crabs. It's a crab-based battle royale. That's the sort of interesting thing that people are doing with battle royales. I feel like, I mean, I'm not saying I'm going to play it or that I think crab-based battle royales are going to be the future, but it's something different. Like you can be a crab and you can beat up some other crustaceans.
I'm not saying that I'm going to play it or the crab battle royales of the future, but they could be. I've not played it. But there's basically people are bringing out interesting battle royales. I feel like the genre's getting a bit Guys
stale.
as well. Like that's great at the minute. Would you class that as a battle royale?
Kind of. I feel in some terms it has different game modes.
Yeah.
So I feel like a true sort of battle royale would be one person against a big group of other people that are all on their own. So it sort of depends on how you look at things. But
my one gripe about Warzone is that I don't think it's a true battle royale because you get your loadout.
Yeah.
I think picking up your guns is part of the spirit of a battle royale. I think
Yeah, there you go.
having loadout drops and stuff like that is an unfair advantage to people who know how to play Call of
There you
Duty
go.
better than other people.
Exactly. But that's sort of things that people need to think about when they're making it, because if someone's starting the game late, can't just load in like Warzone and be on a level playing field with everyone else. I feel like that's an important thing for battle royales, because when it's you versus everyone, you need to know everyone's starting at the same sort of level.
Yeah.
Even if they've been playing the game for a year and you've just
You
loaded
need
in
to know
today.
that you have just as much of a chance as anyone else.
Yeah.
Well, great. So this was a lovely chat with me.
Yeah, well, it was very nice. I hope I'm censored through this entire episode.
I'm going to
just
blur
gonna
you completely
please,
out.
because I've been revealed 67 episodes early.
That
I feel
was-
like I
that
can
was-
just come on the
yeah.
podcast now, though, whenever there's a
just-
topic I
yeah.
want to speak about, which is nice. I don't have to wait a year and a half.
You're very much in here as a contingency plan, though, Mitch.
Unless,
so.
they don't hire me. Please, I need job.
But if you want to see Mitch hired, email
Yes.
Craig.
I mean, I've dropped two or three WePC articles in there that you can, refer back to. King of Crabs Battle Royale. What was the other one?
I don't know.
The PUBG law dump. I know the business. I didn't just make social posts about them recently.
You don't just do memes, or does he?
I don't.
Or does he?
Do I
we
do
don't
memes?
know. Does
I
he
don't
do
know.
memes? What does Mitch do?
I just scroll through Reddit
Nobody
and make sure the competitions are not getting taken down for being spam.
How-
Oh yeah, if you want, we run weekly competitions. If you go to our socials, you can enter them. There you go. Look at me, just doing my job.
just doing
I work
it.
on the social team, by the way.
I'm Mitch, by the way.
I'm Mitch, by the way. I work on the social team.
Yeah, so however you're listening to this, if you're listening on Apple Podcasts
Yeah.
or Spotify Music, or we have YouTube.
Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts.
We are on Google
You can
Podcasts.
find all of the audio on Anchor FM.
So yeah, like whatever platform you're listening to or watching us on, if you leave a like or a review or a star or whatever you want to do,
Share the posts we put on social about the podcast.
yeah, please do, because we need that. We're WePC. I'm Elliot. That's Mitch. This is all going to be on
Mitch
me
the
because the
intern.
other camera's died.
Yeah.
So
I
everything.
mean, the cursed podcast. This one has been the
cursed
cursed
podcast.
podcast.
And this has been us from a sweaty greenhouse.
Sweaty greenhouse.
But thank you very much for tuning in. We will see you next week when we
Thank
will
you.
be talking about something else
Yeah, thank you
to
for
do with
listening,
gaming.
guys. I know it's probably been a slog, and we've started off whispering, and now people have to turn the volumes down. But
Yeah. It's fine. It's completely fine. I'll match
If
the
you-
audio in post.
Oh, perfect.
Huh?
Look at us.
Bye.
Post.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.